Hello everybody, and today we are going to go cameraless because I've lost my buddy David. He will not be joining us today because we're going to be talking about coding, or more importantly, non-interesting stuff that he doesn't want to know about. So I've given him the break for today, and I just wanted to go over some things that are useful in the way that we can use them to simplify our lives when we're making a game. I have brought up a web browser, and the reason I brought up a web browser is I just went to a whole bunch of sites that will make my life easier. So if you've been listening, we are going to use Animate, and Animate used to be called Flash, and I am going to use ActionScript 3 to make this game. Now, ActionScript 3 is probably on the way out. I've been debating this problem long time. I keep waiting for something to kill Animate, and I keep looking for something to kill ActionScript 3, and they both managed to survive, mostly because there's just not enough competition for them to squash them. Maybe Unity 2D will eventually put these guys out of commission, but as of right now, why would you want to make something in Unity 2D when it's twice as easy to make it in Flash? So we'll see. Now there's some problems with that. First of all, we're going to have to not do for Congregate, it's not a problem, but the Swift file is going away. Going from Animate to any place else is not that hard, even without the Swift file. Or one of the problems we will have is that ActionScript 3 does not work well with HTML5. So that might be a throwout. Now, do we need HTML5? No. HTML5 just allows us to put it in the browser and read it in a browser. HTML5 will not have any type of native product. So what we'll do instead is go via Adobe Air to put this on. And we can put this, and by putting this on, putting it on Congregate will be no problem. They'll probably still take the Swift file. If we ever want to take it to mobile, which, as if you've noticed, we've used dimensions in our prototype for to fit on the Android. So then we'll take Air and put it on the Droid for it. Nothing as of yet to go on the iOS. Okay, so let's get back to the web browser, because what I'm going to show you here is going to say almost all Flash stuff today, but what I wanted to point out is that there's a lot of free stuff out there. So let's go to some. Pixelizer and Citrus are kind of almost like engines in themselves of Flash that let you help you make easy-made games. Now, in my case, I don't think I want to use Citrus, although Citrus looks really cool. What I'm looking for is to get pre-made AS3, ActionScript 3 stuff. And most games, if you're thinking about making a game, you should do this as well. Unity has the Unity Store. Unreal, same thing, has a store. Usually there's something set in place where you can make your life a lot easier and not reinvent the wheel. And that's what we're going to try to do. So I looked at a couple of different places, one of which is Adobe itself. They have something called code snippets. Now, if you use Animate, you'll know that code snippets are built right into the software. Why not take advantage of it? And it does make a lot of things easy, like multi-touch and click, drag and drop, and click and drag, and that sort of thing. So they have like a lot of pieces built into that you don't have to make your own code for. There is also associated with that is these blog spots. Here, again, a lot of this is really simple. Draw a triangle, those sort of things. You can make something really simple. You don't have to know ActionScript to do it. I do, so I probably, to be honest, if I draw a triangle, I'd probably make it myself. But what about this? Putting a PayPal donation button in Flash. Hey, that's even better. So using these blog spots, you can kind of find these different spots or different pieces of code. There are a lot of code that's out there again because Animate and Flash have been around so long. So here's one that will has a whole bunch of different pieces that you can go ahead and grab. Here's a page dedicated to different pieces that you can use in ActionScripts. As you can see, there's physics models, game enemy manager, which is pretty cool. I haven't checked these things out yet, but they look cool, and I probably will use them. And so they can become as advanced or as simple, depending on where you're going to go for it. Again, they seem like cheats. They kind of are, but that's a good thing because now I'm not going to have to do it. The one thing I will, or the caveat I will put on, is make sure you understand what you're grabbing, and what they expect from you. If it's, hey, these are totally free, go ahead and use them and build upon them or change them, that's fine. But if they say, well, these are kind of free, but they're kind of not, so make sure that they all will have user agreements with them, and then you should check it out. The last thing I'm going to put out or explain is the GitHub, which is a great way to kind of share stuff, especially if you're a programmer. I'm looking at 3 different pages that have 3 different pieces of ActionScript. This one says awesome ActionScript, so how can you not go with this one, right? But joining this kind of community, you can take advantage and share. And hey, if you got something, why not put it up there as well so somebody else can benefit from it? So bottom line is, don't start from scratch. You can always mix things up. You can always find something. And let's face it, most of the software wants you to not start from scratch because they know how frustrating it can be. So a lot of times Adobe itself will have places that can improve your life. And the communities themselves want to share and learn from each other. So go ahead and take advantage of those, and good luck on your games. We'll see you next time.